pursuing our dream of providing meaningful jewelry to note the great milestones in life is the only play in our book.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Should have remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
If the exterior of your home needs repair or it's in need of a fresh new look, Elite Roofing and Siding is here to help. Be assured you'll receive excellent service, as our customers have once again voted us Best Roofer at the Lake. We appreciate your business and for trusting us with the exterior of your home. Call us today at 302-ROOF. That's 302-ROOF for all your roofing and siding needs. Elite Roofing and Siding, serving the Lake area for more than 20 years.
Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home. Your stability in the time of need. Serving Camden County and the Lake area for 94 years. Family owned and operated. Let Allie Holman Howe be your funeral guide during your family's time of passage. A proud supporter of Camdenton Lakers and always available for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with a licensed funeral director. Located right off the square on Business 5 North. Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home. Online and Facebook.
Welcome to the Hy-Vee halftime show, as the Lakers have came out and made a statement early. 29-8 is the Laker lead at the half. And, you know, I'm just apologizing for stuff all night. If by chance you've been watching this stream and thinking, wow, it's extremely quiet at the game, it's because I didn't have the sound on. Technology is such a fun thing, JT.
Well, these tournaments, this game starting right after school, it was a hustle to get in here and get set up, and switching from our regular broadcast station and equipment to this other equipment took us a little bit to get everything lined up. But, man, it did not take the Lakers long to get things lined out. So
no, it didn't at all. There's one thing you can always expect from this Camdenton Lakers squad that's carried from last year. They are athletic, and they want to run. They may not have quite as much size as they carried last year, but the size they have, they use well, specifically Robbins on the block. I know he's probably not lighting up the scoring, but he has been effective at tipping passes or tipping rebounds out, setting up teammates, and, of course, altering shots on the other end.
Yeah, he has been everywhere under the basket, and like you said, they've had multiple attempts at the basket, keep shooting until they make one, because he gets the ball, tips it back out. Also helping him is Johnny Semo helping tip the ball back out and setting up some of those perimeter players. As I mentioned, as the half was closing, Camdenton has 8 players in the scorebook. Dylan Kerr leads the way with 8, then 5 points for Alan Pogue, 4 points for Jackson Basham, 3 points for Colton Ingold, 3 points for Oscar Robbins. He scored a free throw, and then 2 points apiece for Kyle Edson, for Johnny Seamow, and for Braden Shepard, all in the scoreboard schoolbook for the Camdenton Lakers. And for Otterville, unfortunately, just a slow-scoring night for them. 2 points apiece for Austin Krause, Corbin Jaco Woodall, Stephen Woolry, and Braden Eads each have 2 points apiece.
Well, if you break it down by quarter for the Lakers, 11 and 18 respectively in the first and second quarter, and 4 and 4 for Otterville. So if I'm Coach Edson right now in the locker room, I'm very happy with the effort of these boys. I'm very happy with how the Lakers are rebounding, and their defense has been top-notch. This 2-2-1 press has caused a lot of problems for the Otterville Eagles early. And in the flip side of that, if I'm Otterville's coach, Ward, thank you. I was trying to remember that off the top of my head. Coach Ward, I'm telling my boys, listen, we're getting to the rim and we're getting point-blank looks. A lot of them just haven't fallen for us.
They've had a couple that have just bounced off the rim or rolled off the rim to the outside instead of rolling in.
We saw that a lot yesterday in some of the games as well. These rims up here are a little bit tight, and I know at least when I played, there were certain gyms you love to play in, certain gyms you don't like to play in, and we're seeing based on the kids who likes to play here and who doesn't. But we've got more games coming up on MoSportsZone a little bit later on this evening. We've talked about coming up next, we'll have South Callaway and Tipton as they will face off, trying to advance to the semifinals of the Tipton tournament. And then we will have an old-school girls rivalry. It was a tri-county rivalry for years and years, and, I mean, it's still a rivalry to this day. It will be the Eldon Lady Mustangs and the Versailles Lady Tigers. Now, those next two games will not be on the radio. They will only be on MoSportsZone.com, which, once again, I apologize, a little late start on this MoSportsZone broadcast. But the cool thing about MoSportsZone, this game's done. If you're listening right now to the radio and you think, man, I'd really like to see so-and-so make a shot, these games wind up on YouTube at the end. You can go watch them on YouTube. They're streaming live on YouTube. You can be like our buddy Ricky, who said he's sitting there watching on a 55-inch TV that he wishes was 75, and he's just got it casted to the TV enjoying the games. So, yeah, lots of ways to watch and lots of ways to enjoy. JT,
I just have to say something, though. We are going to have to find something else for you to do rather than every day coming back and looking at your highlights. I mean, it's the players' highlights, not the Colton's highlights. So.
Okay, I cut a couple out today, all right? Oh, man, it has been a lot of fun trying this out this year and seeing all the advances. And I will tell you, normally this season you will not hear JT and I on the Laker broadcast, but a happy early birthday to the boss man himself, the big fella, Denny Benny, 27, 28, something like that this year. But we decided, maybe Denny should take a break once in a while and go enjoy himself. So happy to fill in on the broadcast, but I'm sure he will be back a little bit later on this season.
And I don't know that they name a voice of the Tipton tournament, but you're pretty much it. You're doing like 16 games this week.
Actually 19. I counted it up on the way here. So yeah.
We did 4 games on KS95 last night. We'll have a game tonight on Mix, and then the 2 other games will be on the MoSportsZone.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Also, if you're wanting to keep up with the rest of this tournament, wonder, okay, who are the Lakers facing next? I think every day from now on, or tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all those games will be on KS95 if they involve Tipton, Eldon, or Versailles. And, of course, we'll have the Camdenton Laker games for you right here on Mix 92.7. But with that said, we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back and get ready for the second half coming up in just a moment. You're listening to the Hy-Vee Halftime Show. This is Camdenton Laker basketball on Mix 92.7.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
It's halftime here between the Camdenton Lakers and the Otterville Eagles. It's been all Camdenton 29-8 the lead. Just wrapping up the second half. Real quick, JT, before we dive into that, I do want to give a special thanks once again to the staff here at Tipton High School. Of course, Coach Culpepper and all the folks, they have been so hospitable to us and made this such a breeze. I really appreciate everything they've done to make this so nice and easy for us.
And Brittany Carver, our videographer for the week.
I'm so glad you said that word because I never would have remembered videographer. But yes, Britt does a great job for us.
Camera
really
person.
Appreciate it. Yes.
So this is a big tournament. This ends up being the first game of the season for a lot of these teams. Camdenton had one game against Eldon already. Versailles had one game coming into this tournament, but some of these teams, this is their first game of the season. Last night, on the opposite side of the bracket, the number 1 seed in this tournament is the Versailles Tigers, and they defeated the 8 seed New Bloomfield.
And that was a strong showing from the Versailles Tigers last night as Ryder Williams, we were wondering if he could get to his average of 41. Instead, he grew his average, actually. Ryder now averaging 41.5 points per game.
So he scored 42 last night.
Yeah, 42, and he only played 3 of the 4 quarters.
And for our Lakers fans just listening, earlier, the first game of the season for the Versailles Tigers, he hit the 2,000 mark.
Yeah, he hit the 2,000-point mark in a game with Eugene. And now it becomes really interesting because in the history of the Versailles Tigers, your top 4 names are 2 sets of brothers. You've got 2 Lauries and 2 Williams atop the list.
Bill and Barry Laurie and Kobe and Ryder Williams.
Yeah, and the best part is it's Laurie Williams. It's even split up. I mean, you couldn't get any better, but we'll see how far on that list Ryder's able to climb this year. And I bring up Versailles because last year, the championship of this tournament, the 84th annual Tipton tournament last year, it was Camdenton and Versailles, and it was a game for the ages. A 1-point finish last year. Really came down to the wire, and I would not be surprised if we see those 2 teams matching up again this year.
On the other half of that bracket, the California Pintos defeated the Eldon Mustangs, and that is a Tri-County Conference rivalry. Those 2 teams will play more this season and had a great game last night.
Now, They definitely did. I'm sorry, I was just sitting here thinking the Eldon Mustangs, you know what you were going to get from the Mustangs. They're going to play hard-nosed, gritty defense, and they have some size and length now. I think that's kind of what gave Camdenton a little bit of trouble early on in this game. In their game with Eldon was the size and length of the Mustangs, plus they have scores. But you got to tip your hat to that California squad. They are always so physical and have some guys that are just flat-out athletes, and that wound up being the difference last night is just California got shots to fall when the Mustangs couldn't. I'm sitting here thinking while we talk about, tri-county rivalries, wasn't Camdenton at one point in time in the tri-county?
They were. That was before my high school days, so that was 40 years or so. Yes, they were a member of the Tri-County Conference.
Basketball back then?
They did. And Camden, it might surprise you to know this, way back then were really good at football.
What?
Yeah.
The Lakers good at football? Never.
Yes.
Oh, that'll wrap up the High V halftime show as we'll go ahead and jump into the Poly Lift Boat Lift third quarter. Otterville will have the first possession. Running the point is Woolry. Straight man defense here from the Lakers. They've jumped back and forth from zone to man, a good mix, and it's caused problems for the Eagles. Quick ball movement, corner three on the way for Otterville. Knocked down, shot up and good. That was Krause with the three.
Maybe we'll see a change of fortune here for Otterville as they start to drop some baskets.
And back the other way quickly and drawing the foul. That was Basham. Starting to get the vibe that Basham only knows one speed, and it's fast.
They've got some kids that are on the field, right on the floor right now. That speed looks to be their key.
So Otterville going to stay with that 2-3 zone. Camdenton was able to get some good looks out of it in the first half. Off the inbounds, a quick crossover and drive from Ingold as he gets the nod to start in the second half. He was not in the original starting lineup. Kerr picks it up, moves it over to Basham in the corner. His three rattles out, but Robbins there to pick it up, put it back in. Good offensive board and put back from Robbins.
Took Robbins a while to score in the first half, but not long here in the second.
And a good defensive play by Robbins. He blocks the first shot, alters the second, tipped out of bounds, last touched by... Oh, they're going to say it went off of the Lakers.
I think they're going to say it went off Robbins, but he was fighting for the ball, so...
Yeah, we don't keep track of it, but Robbins has tipped or blocked or altered. 4 or 5 shots tonight, easy. Otterville, a little trouble getting the inbounds in. Deep three on the way. A lot of air, and it winds up in the hands of Robbins. Another good board. Kerr back the other way. Quick crossover. He drives, gets it in the mid-range, and he's blocked from behind. A good look. A lot of contact. I think he got poked in the eye in the process.
Yeah, he's acting like he did.
Driving, and another block from Robbins. My goodness, he is everywhere right now. However, corner three from the Eagles. You better get a hand in that man's face. Corbin Jaco Woodall, he had the three earlier as well. That's back-to-back threes from Woodall. Robbins with the ball on the block, waiting for the double team, gives it up. Kerr has it, thought about the skip pass. He was looking for Basham in the short corner. Instead, he'll go ahead and pull the three. Robbins fighting between two guys, gets it, and his baby hook falls.
4 points in the half for Robbins. It seems like, even though we talked about the speed, the Lakers are slowing down a little bit on offense here, trying to work on a few things.
Back the other way are the Eagles scoring quickly as well. They get it inside, and that's up and in for Eads.
His fifth point of the game.
33-16. Basham's floater won't go strong. A rebound pulled in by Woodall. Quickly back the other way are the Eagles. And one pass too many thrown out of bounds. A great job getting back and cutting off the drive for Camdenton.
I think Coy Wilfong was a little surprised to be down into the basket, that far down the court with no competition.
Yeah, and I think Shepard's hustle to get back and take the lane away really threw him off.
Yeah.
But a timeout called on the floor. We'll take the break as well. 5:56 to go here in the Poly Lift Boat Lift third quarter. 33-16, the Laker lead. You're listening to Camdenton Laker basketball on Mix 92.7.
Where'd you get that grin right above your chin?
Andy's Autumn of Awesome is here, and so are my hand-dipped caramel apples, made the old-fashioned way with Granny Smith apples and creamy caramel. Try double-dipped, roasted pecan or Reese's Pieces for a delicious dip back in time. Now at Andy's Frozen Custard.
With a smile at Andy's, top your day. With a smile at Andy's, top your day.
Strong start offensively for both of these squads. As 5 points put up already in this second half not 5, that would be 8 points. So in the first 2 minutes of play, Otterville has scored as many points as they scored in the entire first half.
It's a great quarter for them, and scoring for them was Corbin Jaco Woodall with 2 threes and Braden Ease with a 3. So
yeah, Woodall's got a really good-looking jump shot from the corner. Plus, with his size, he can shoot over defenders. But now it's a 1. Is that? I can't tell if it's a 2. No, it's a 1-3-1, I believe. Or maybe it's just a junk defense right now. They may be going diamond and 1 and just having somebody constantly say, no, that's a 1-3-1 for sure. I had to look at it twice. 1-3-1 here from from Camdenton. Has it tipped away. Stolen by the Eagles. Back the other way. Firing a 3 are the Eagles, and it is knocked down. No, they're going to say foot on the line, just a 2. That was hit.
Austin Krause got his 2 points.
Yeah, we used to get told that was the worst shot in basketball because you got the range of a 3, but your foot on the line. Quickly back the other way off the rebound are the Eagles. Pass inside, good ball movement, but great denial by Robbins forces a errant shot, and he gets the board as well. Lakers want to go quickly back the other way. Ingold tries to fire it inside. It's tipped away by the Eagles. So Otterville stepping up their defense back the other way, but I think a little too much speed in the travel going to be called.
Well, one of the Lakers got his hand on the ball, and that caused him to kind of bobble, caused Krause to bobble the ball and traveled on the way out of bounds.
I think that was Basham that did a good job getting it back. So a little chance for everyone to catch their breath after it's been continuous back and forth for the last minute or so. So Basham on the point for the Lakers. He's got Ingold back to Basham, over to Kerr. Running a screen with Robbins, but good denial by the Otterville defense. They're back the other way, thinking about a corner 3. Instead, pass it up. Is it re-stolen? Yes, it is. Kerr has it ahead of the field. Wants to finish with a right-hand layup. Won't climb the glass. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Eagles.
Thought it was going to be a Laker last touching, but it looks like, well, they're going to give it to the Lakers.
Yeah, break there for Camdenton. Ingold will be the trigger man on the inbounds. Looking for somebody and lobs it up to Basham. They're trying to post Robbins down low. They get him one-on-one. Spin move inside, a little up under, and they're going to say he dragged that pivot foot. It's going to be a travel ball back to Otterville. So
that was good defense there by Stephen Woolry and Braden Eads. They collapsed there on Robbins and kept him from being able to make an easy basket.
The Laker lead is at 15, which, I mean, is good, except you had a 21-point lead at the half. So Coach Edson probably not thrilled with that at the moment. Otterville's just come out pretty hot as they've scored 10 points in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter when they only managed 8 the entire first half. And good denial by Robbins as he slaps it out of bounds. They were trying to get the post up for Eads. Robbins was not having it.
Eads has been under the basket for Otterville, fighting for the ball, but he's just, there's too much competition under there from the Lakers.
They go to Eads on the block. It's tipped away, though, and stolen. Good defense there by Seamow. On the run out, right hand off the glass, up and in. Colton Ingold ahead of the field.
He's got 5 points tonight for the Lakers.
35-18, the Laker lead with 3:55 to go. Step back 3 won't go for the Eagles. Basham tries to haul it in. Last touched by the Eagles.
I think under that one, Eads thought, well, if I can't make it under the basket on Robbins, I'll try a 3 on him, and it didn't work either. So.
Create a little bit of space. Ingold with the drive, gives it up to Basham. Thought about the 3 and said he'll go skip pass to Kerr. Sets his feet, fires off the front iron. Strong rebound. Running the baseline, looking for Robbins. It's tipped around and stolen. Otterville defense very aggressive. And, a travel going to be called while fighting for the ball. Kind of a toss-up play there. I thought they were going to call the jump initially, but just a step too many, I guess.
So Camdenton will get the ball back.
Inbounds is to Robbins, out to Basham. Deep 3 from the logo off the back iron, wouldn't go. Strong rebound by Kerr. He goes up right side, right hand. Shot too strong. A rebound pulled in. Back out. 3 on the way from Ingold. Couldn't get the friendly roll, but the offensive board, no whistle, though. Strong rebound from Seamow as he's laid out. Looked like a lot of contact. Play on. Quickly back the other way are the Eagles. And going to the line looks like will be Wilfong as him and Robbins collided at the rim.
And Kerr, Dylan Kerr for Camdenton, he looks like he took a shot to the knee and he went over to the bench immediately.
Hopefully it's just a stinger, but those things, they'll smart for a few minutes.
Robbins picked up his second foul. A couple of substitutions coming in for Otterville as well. Number 32, Wyatt Seifert, and number 14 is Hayden Morrison.
Yeah, Borby came back into the game with the stinger to Kerr. So 2 free throws coming up here for Coy Wilfong. His first one off the front iron.
That is the first basket attempted from Wilfong since very early in the first quarter.
Lakers defense has really caused some problems for the offense of the Eagles. Second free throw won't climb the iron, and Robbins comes down with the board. Back the other way, no look pass. Skip pass back, a little room there. My goodness, look at the ball movement by these Lakers. Shot goes off the front iron, wouldn't fall for Seamow. On the run out, right hand off the glass, falls home, though. Good play by Wilfong to cut the lead back to 15.
Eagles Otterville has had a couple of shots like that didn't fall, and now they get one to go down.
Borby with it. He's going to drive, gives it to Basham. Basham works it over to Ingold. His 3 up and good.
That is the second 3 for Colton Ingold, and he has 8 points.
I'm just enjoying watching Basham's passing. He will go no-look pass anytime he wants it. He's pretty good at it. Corner 3 for the Eagles. Too strong, goes right to Basham.
Basham is not afraid to send it all the way down the floor.
What a full court pass. He finds Robbins, who misses the jam, gets his own miss, puts it up and in.
On the second attempt, Robbins gets it in. The Lakers are not afraid of those fast passes and putting them up high.
I can't get over the passing from Basham. He threw that one like a football between 2 defenders. A 3 the other way. Strong rebound from Robbins inside. Lakers want to run. It's ahead alone with the lay-in up and good for Ingold. Big run here from the Lakers as they have opened up a 22-point lead. Looks like Coach Ward wants the timeout. JT will go ahead and hold it here since it's closing on the end of the quarter. Camdenton has figured out how to get out and run the floor in this third quarter, and it's really caused them to open things up.
You mentioned Otterville closing the gap a little bit, and about the time you mentioned that, Camdenton goes on a scoring run and pulls the lead back out again. So
yeah, at one point, I was trying to see how close Otterville got it. I believe 15 was as close as it got at any point in time. But as soon as they got to 15, the Lakers turned it back on and went on a 7-0 run to open back up a 22-point lead here in the third quarter. So Camdenton trying to punch their ticket to the next round. And
semifinals. Yeah, and they would be playing the winner of our next game, which will be South Callaway and Tipton. They would play them on Thursday night at 7.
What's the seeding on that South Callaway-Tipton matchup?
South Callaway is the 3 seed. Tipton is a 6 seed.
It surprises me to see Tipton as a 6 seed. That was a 20-plus win Tipton squad last year. I know they graduated a little bit, but you bring back players like Jackson Bailey, who's basically a walking bucket out there. We could have a very good game coming up next.
Speaking of Action Jackson, he's over there with 2 balls as he's walking through the baseline.
Oh, I like the old-school warm-up tops they've got with a little collared look to them. That's kind of neat. Straight man defense here from the Lakers. Otterville with possession, 1:40 to go, down by 22. Going to the block. Strong move, just dropping the defender. Physical play there from Wilfong as he gets the basket.
He would not be denied that time.
I think he was going to take whoever he wanted with him, too. Corner 3 now from Ingold. He answers on the other end.
Ingold has had a great quarter here. He's up to 9 points.
Top of the key, good ball movement from the Eagles. They answer with a 3 of their own. Stepping into that one was Seifert.
Wyatt Seifert for the Otterville Eagles scores his first basket of the night.
My apologies, it's Borbay.
Really?
He says the boss man.
All right.
So resetting Otterville, inbounding under their own basket, lead at 20 with 1:13 to go in the third. Quick hitter. As on the down cut, they find Eads. It's now an 18-point game.
He's got 6 points in the third quarter.
Corner 3, Ingold wants another shot. Too strong off the iron. Trying to keep it alive was Pogue. It goes off his fingertips, out of bounds. Ball back to the Eagles. So another little run going on here.
Just under a minute to go, 45-27. Camdenton leading in the third quarter.
Substitution for the Lakers. Back into the game, Braden Shepard, as he'll check in for Kyle Edson. Lakers sticking with that 2-2-1 press. Like I said, this rotation to keep fresh legs has been huge. It's poked loose by Ingold, but recovered by the Eagles. Skip pass ahead, and nearly stolen by Seamow, but it is stolen by Ingold now. Quick hands, quick legs, causes the turnover. Back the other way. Borbay tried to get inside, and he was fouled. Just team foul number 2. So the fouls, we really haven't seen a lot of them in this game.
No, it's been a fast-paced, hectic game, but not a lot of fouls.
Like I said, new rules this year, so it's not by half to get into the bonus. It's by quarter. 5 fouls in a quarter as that ball is tipped and thrown into the backcourt. That pass was tipped, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the officials agree. I think they're counting that as a turnover. A little bit of confusion right now. Yeah, they're going to give that to Otterville. I really thought that pass was tipped. But nonetheless, there's a discussion going on now. As I was saying, $5,000 a quarter, you'll shoot double bonus for the rest of the quarter. They reset each quarter, so a little different this year, but neither team has gotten close to that double bonus in this game. As I say that, a foul going to be called on Seamow.
Seamow's picked up his first foul.
That is Johnny Seamow, the 6'2 junior. So we've had a lot of discussion amongst the officials and the coaches here with 36 seconds to go. 45-27, the Laker lead. Full court heave to break this press. Quick ball movement results in a layup on the weak side. Coy Wilfong, he has been active for the Eagles. But a skip pass back quarter. Great look, great find. Ingold with the lay-in off the Borbay pass. Back the other way. Basham the steal. This press has caused problems. Basham wants to run middle of the floor. His scoop pass, but it is stolen by the Eagles. 9 seconds to go. Can Otterville get a look? Can Camdenton get a stop? And the pressure forces a turnover.
Looks like he carried the ball. That was number 32. Wyatt Seifert couldn't get control of it.
Yeah, I think Seifert was looking up and saw Borbay in his face. He went for that crossover and got it up on his hip. So Borbay with the ball, 5 seconds to go. Gets the middle of the floor. He's got time to get a look. Crossover, gives it up. Pokes three on the way. Almost banks it in. That's how the Poly boat lift third quarter will come to a close. 47-29, the Laker lead. We've played 3. Fourth quarter coming up. You're listening to Camdenton Laker basketball on Mix 92.7.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Should have remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
KLOZ Eldon.
And just about time to start the fourth quarter of action here. Lakers with a commanding lead, but the only cause for any concern if you're the Lakers, they actually lost that quarter.
Well, the Lakers had a great play off the bench from Colton Ingold. He has got 12 points. He scored 9 of those in the third quarter. He leads all scorers in the game. Then Dylan Kerr has 8. Oscar Robbins has 7. 5 points for Alan Pogue, and then 4 points for Jackson Basham.
Well, I have a feeling that Coach Edson's going to be asking his players, what happened to our defense? Because they gave up 4 points in the first quarter, 4 points in the second quarter, and then 21 points in the third quarter. You know, one of these things is not like the others.
Otterville only scored 8 in the first half, you're saying. So.
Otterville had 8 in the first half, 21 in the third. Something changed. But the Lakers still with a commanding 18-point lead with 7:40 to go. Basham on the drive, gets in the mid-range, doesn't want it, goes to Pogue in the quarter. This is a 2-3 zone right now from Otterville. Inside to Robbins, back to Basham. He'll pull the mid-range jumper, climbs the iron, but rolls off. Good fight for the offensive rebound. It looked like a pair of teammates getting tied up there, as it seems like Pogue and Shepard were both fighting for the same board.
And I don't think Camdenton played a bad third quarter. It's just that some of the shots started to fall for Otterville.
Oh, absolutely. It can make all the difference. As one of the guys got it started, pulls a 3, now won't go. Offensive rebound for the Eagles. A good rebound there by Eads, but I was specifically talking about Jaco Woodall. Yeah. He hit a couple of huge threes for Otterville in the corner.
Yeah, he had 8 points. He had 6 points in the third quarter. He has 8 for the game. Braden Eads for Otterville also has 8 points, and Coy Wilfong has 6 points, all of those coming in the third quarter.
Yeah, Eads is really the true post for Otterville. He's been battling with Robbins as he gets the ball in the inbound. His hook shot up and over Robbins is good. First points of the quarter go to the Eagles.
It's taken him a little bit to get into the game here.
Pogue with it at the top of the key. Trying to spread out this zone. Goes to Borbay. Robbins back out to Pogue. He'll try a 3. He'll get a 3.
That was a great shot. 8 points now for Alan Pogue.
That's a high arching shot, too.
51-31, 7 minutes to go.
Didn't even think about disturbing the rim. So straight man defense staying for the Lakers, driving to the rim. Shot won't climb the iron. Good denial at the basket. Ahead, it's Basham. He wants to run to the corner. thinking about the three, but instead driving was Borbay. He gets hip checked on the way to the rim.
What's the deal there? Basham did a bounce pass instead of a fast bullet.
I'm telling you, Basham is a true point guard.
He's a good ball handler.
Oh, he is. I don't think he cares about scoring. He wants to set his teammates up. I've seen no-look passes, the cross-court bounce pass, and on the inbounds, pokes three, too strong over the back, no whistle there, as I'm pretty sure that Jaco Woodall went right over top of his man. He goes all the way to the rim. Robbins meets him meets him and contests the shot. Rebound to Pogue. He pushes it to the middle of the floor. Pass fake, dishes it out. Took a lot of contact, and it's re-stolen. Now Otterville wants to run all the way to the rim. Right hand won't go. Robbins comes down with another rebound. He's got to have double-digit rebounds.
If you miss a shot, expect that he's going to get the rebound.
And 4 or 5 blocks to go with it. Basham comes off the Robbins screen, fires a three. Too hot. Rebound goes right to Jaco Woodall. 6 minutes to go. 19-point Laker lead, 50-31. Skip pass by Otterville. Going to the corner. It is Wilfong. He's done a lot of the scoring for the Eagles. And a little over-aggressive was the Camdenton defense. Kind of got a reach there as Otterville was trying to find Woolry on the cut. Reaching foul going to be called.
Braden Shepard, I believe, picks up his first foul in the game.
Substitutions for the Lakers, as it looks like Edson comes back into the game along with Kerr.
A little bit smaller lineup, but they don't lose much in speed, that's for sure.
Otterville struggling to get the ball, and that's a 5-second call. Great denial by the Lakers.
Like I said, they lost a little height but not speed, and they were all over the floor, and no place for Otterville to inbound the ball.
So 5:48 to go in a 19-point lead. It's looking like the Lakers are going to move on to the semifinals in the championship bracket of the 85th annual Tipton tournament. Look at the show by Borbay. Switches hands, finishes with the left off the glass. That's a pretty play.
That's his first basket of the game, so he's on the scoreboard now with 2.
He hit the crossover, started with the right, went to the left, and scoop shotted that thing off the glass with the left hand. That was nice. A three to answer the other way, though. Woolry with the shot.
Stephen Woolry has 5 points now. That's his first in this half.
5:16 to go in an 18-point lead. Basham dishes it out. Borbay coming off a couple screens. A bullet pass inside to the cutter. And he gets the offensive rebound as well. Borbay step back three. Almost goes. It's kept alive by Kerr. Right into the hands of a teammate. Pulling that in was Shepard. Shepard has his shot partially blocked. Well, I thought he did, but it must have been touched by a Laker on the way out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Eagles.
Into the game, Wyatt Seifert going to take the place of Jaco Woodall. He's been playing everywhere for the Otterville.
I love what I just saw out of Coach Edson. Shepard was a little frustrated that his shot got tipped. He went to the bench and was saying something or whatever, wasn't happy, kind of slapped the seat. And Edson looked at him and said, "What are you mad about? That was a great look." I like that, though. Don't get mad at a block. You like the look. And quickly back the other way. The Lakers, a show and go reverse layup wouldn't go, but it's kept alive by Edson. He's fouled on the putback.
I believe that foul is going to go on number 32, Wyatt Seifert.
Talking about get out and run, Seamow wants to get out and run too, and he had a nice little pass fake before he put the reverse layup up, just would not fall.
Yeah, strong player.
First free throw for Edson, halfway down, spins out. Second free throw coming up. We get a substitution first. Back into the game is Colton Ingold. He'll come in for Basham.
Ingold, the leading scorer in this game with 12 points.
You know, you had to have faith in a Colton out here today. You really did.
I knew you were going to say that.
Second free throw attempt, no good. Kept alive, but finally hauled in by the Eagles. So 4:30 to play in an 18-point lead. Full court heave to break the press from Otterville. Skip pass now nearly stolen by Kerr. Step back three. I'll say this about the Eagles. They're not scared to put a shot up.
Nope, they're gonna shoot, hoping to get a few more rebounds. And right now you've got Robbins on the bench, so maybe a chance for them to get some of those rebounds.
Yeah, I don't think there's a shot that Otterville doesn't like. But right now, Borbay with it at the top of the key, trying to use the Edson screen. Doesn't want it. So winds up in the corner in the hands of Ingold. Back up to Kerr. Skip pass back to Kerr on the cut. His left-hand shot too strong. Good box out and rebound controlled by Krause. Krause, a little crossover there. Good ball movement. Eagles fire a three. Goes off the near iron. Won't fall. Pulled in by Seamow. Quickly back the other way. Edson, in a very awkward-looking play, winds up putting it off the glass and in.
He just kind of had to bring it down low, bring it back up, and put it in the basket. So he's picked up his first basket of the fourth quarter.
You know, they don't give style points in basketball, so as long as you get the 2.
Right. 54-34. Lakers with a 20-point lead, 3:30 to go in the fourth.
So once again, looking like the Lakers will move on to the semifinals, the championship round. You can listen to coverage of that game right here on Mix 92.7. And, of course, you can watch the game at MoSportsZone.com, just like the 2 other games we have coming up this evening. That game, we'll have to look at the bracket and see what time that game will be. I believe that'll be a 7 o'clock game on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have to get with Mike, get that all figured out. And what a play by Seamow. He's got the steal ahead of everyone. Right hand off the glass, up and in. Johnny Seamow with the steal and score.
He's got 4 points tonight.
Head of steam back the other way for the Eagles. That was Krause. He draws a lot of contact. He'll go to the line, shoot 2.
All right, Krause goes to the line for the Eagles, and he's got 4 points tonight, his first trip to the free throw line.
Robbins draws the foul, his third. Krause's first free throw rattles out. JT, do you ever feel awkward when this gym goes quiet?
There are fans showing up now, but there weren't a lot of people here when we got started. So yeah.
Well, and I love this gym because when it's jam packed on championship day, it will be loud.
And you had a couple of exciting championship games in this tournament last year.
Not wrong about that. Second free throw from Krause, up and long as well. Rebound pulled in by Robbins, but it is tied up. In there fighting for it was Eads. Yeah, we had the Tipton, California girls game that went to overtime, and it was a 2-point game ended with a defensive stand by the Lady Cardinals. And with California and Tipton being so close to each other, this gym was physically shaking at times. On the inbounds, trying to go to Eads on the block, but a good play and steal by Engel. Camdenton looking to run. Forbay gets the inside, trying to drop it off for a teammate, and Robbins was able to save it, but he had his foot on the line. That'll be a turnover back to the Eagles.
2:56 to go in the game.
JT, I'm glad you had to come out and do a game with me. It's always fun doing games together.
Well, it's close to home, so.
Something tells me we'll wind up doing more together this season. Otterville, very physical with their drives. Good ball movement and good hands by Borbay as he was able to tie it up on the drive. That was Jaco Woodall.
Alternate possession now goes back to the Lakers.
I mean, Woodall is a good 6 inches taller than Borbay, but if you bring that ball down, it's anyone's, and Borbay was able to just latch on, force a jump ball. Pogue to Borbay. He drives, gives it up, 3 on the way. Ingold couldn't connect, but Robbins there to clean it up off the glass and in.
Oscar Robbins now with 9 points.
It's a great feeling as a shooter knowing that you've got a 6'4" big man down there as he alters the shot. A little floater attempt by Otterville, but Robbins tried to block it, made him throw it a little higher. It's ahead to Edson by himself off the glass, but he is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
And if he hadn't have been fouled, Robbins had the rebound.
He may have had a putback jam.
It looked like it. That's what I was thinking.
58-34. So Lakers have really opened this one up. First free throw up and good for Edson. 59-34, and hopefully after the game, assuming his assistants remind him, we'll get Coach Daniel Edson on here to talk about the Lakers.
And you mentioned the Lakers move on to the championship semifinals. They will play the winner of our next game, which will be South Callaway and Tipton. You can hear that or watch that on MoSportsZone.com.
That's nice for the Lakers and the Eagles because instead of having to stay and scout, they can go home if they want and just watch it on the way.
There you go.
And look at this denial by Borbay. I love the fact the Lakers get after it defensively, and they force a turnover, even up by as much as they are ahead of everyone, as Edson, he jams it down. Kyle Edson up high and down hard. Back the other way, the and one opportunity for the Eagles. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know Edson could get up like that.
He went up for it, and he made it.
Two-hand slam on the fast break from the 6'4" senior Kyle Edson.
I believe that foul was called on number 10, Charles Sherman, for Otterville.
So to the line for the Eagles. Wilfong, chance to complete the three-point play, and it is short.
Missed it by that much.
So 1:46 to go, 62-36. I didn't ask. I'm assuming, is Kyle Daniels' boy?
I don't know.
If so, that's got to be cool as a coach to watch your son get out there and slam one on a fast break. Camdenton going to be very patient with their offense now as Edson gets it inside. Right hand, his little floater off the back iron. Good. 64-36 the lead. Lakers have really picked it up here in the second half. Otterville trying to go to the block. One pass too many as the defense was there. Tipped out of bounds last touch by Sherman as he was able to get a hand in the passing lane and break it up.
Edson has 10 points. Ingold has 12 points, and both of them came off the bench. They weren't starters.
That is such a nice feeling for a team when you're getting 20-plus points out of your bench like that. And a bucket there for the Eagles. 64-38 now the lead with just over a minute to play.
Hayden Morrison for Otterville scored that basket.
And now Camdenton kind of just going delay here. I think they just want to run some clock. Borbay with it, waiting for the double team. He gets it off to Pogue, who also awaits a double team. Skip pass opposite side, driving baseline, and taking the foul is Charles Sherman. Might be team foul 5. I don't know if they posted it yet or not. No, just team foul 4. So the next foul would result in free throws if we get it. Only 54 seconds to go in this one, though. Lob to the top to Borbay. He'll step out and just wait for a defender to come out and meet him. In no rush. Goes to the right hand. He has quick handles. Gets that crossover with ease. Into Ingold, right back to Borbay. Just a little keep away. Pogue, skip pass, over to Ingold. So as I said, 39 seconds left, and Camdenton just trying to run out the clock here. Appreciate the sportsmanship there. No need to go get another bucket when you don't need it. Game clock down to 30. So we said Thursday at 7 the Lakers will play?
Yeah, they'll play the winner of the South Callaway-Tipton game, which is coming up next. South Callaway, the 3 seed, and Tipton, the 6 seed.
All right, should be a fun matchup no matter who it is. I haven't got to see South Callaway yet, but I mean, the 3 seed's got to be for a reason. And the Tipton squad, they really got after it last year. Once again, a 20-plus win team, those Tipton boys. We saw some good games there. So as the game clock winds down, that will be our final 64-38. The defending champions of this Tipton tournament come in and get it done in the opening round as Camdenton defeats the Otterville Eagles 64-38. Post-game show coming up in just a moment. You're listening to Camdenton Laker basketball on Mix 92.7.
If the exterior of your home needs repair or it's in need of a fresh new look, Elite Roofing and Siding is here to help. Be assured you'll receive excellent service as our customers have once again voted us best roofer at the lake. We appreciate your business and for trusting us with the exterior of your home. Call us today at 302-ROOF. That's 302-ROOF for all your roofing and siding needs. Elite Roofing and Siding, serving the lake area for more than 20 years.
Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home. Your stability in the time of need. Serving Camden County and the Lake area for 94 years. Family owned and operated. Let Allie Holman Howe be your funeral guide during your family's time of passage. A proud supporter of Camdenton Lakers and always available for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with a licensed funeral director. Located right off the square on Business 5 North. Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home. Online and Facebook.
And we are back getting ready for the post-game show here after a big Laker win. I thought we could get Coach Edson's attention, but I think he's pretty focused after a nice win there for the Lakers. And as we get ready for your post-game show, of course, post-game show brought to you by our friends at High Tech Auto Body and Towing, professional collision repair. JT, I thought the Lakers looked crisp for 4 straight quarters.
Yeah, they looked like they were ready to go back to the championship game. They late in the game, Otterville started scoring, but it wasn't any fault of the Lakers. It wasn't that they were doing anything wrong. Otterville just started to get some baskets to drop, but Camdenton kept making their own. They kept clawing back into it. So it was a great game by the Camdenton Lakers to advance to the semifinals.
Yeah, and I was impressed with the defense that shifted back into place. You look at scoring by quarter. For the Lakers, 11, 18, 18, 17. Very consistent. But what their defense did to Otterville scoring by quarter. 4, 4, 21, and then 9. So they held them to single digits 3 out of 4 quarters. If your defense can hold a team to single digits 3 out of 4 quarters, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Yeah, you are. And as we mentioned, a lot of people scored. 9 players scored, and the top 2 scorers in the game were off of the bench for Camdenton.
I can't explain how much of a luxury that is for a coach when your bench is coming out and putting up points for you. You don't lose anything when you have to pull your starters off the floor. So you can get big minutes out of kids, and that helps you rest your starting five. That helps you keep fresh legs on the floor, which is something I felt like Camdenton really wanted to do tonight with that 2-2-1 press they ran, was keep fresh legs on the court.
Yeah, and they definitely got some experience. This is, their second game of the season, so they were able to get back in the win column. They lost that game earlier to Eldon, so now they're back to 500 and a chance to move on to the semifinals of this tournament.
Well, I was trying to hold on here for a moment and see if Coach Edson was going to come up, but I think he's a little busy with his boys, and that's perfectly okay. We'll catch up with him before Thursday's game, and we can talk things over with him a little bit more. But coming up next here on MoSportsZone.com, we will have Tipton and South Callaway. The winner will face off with Camdenton in the semifinals of this 85th annual Tipton tournament. And a reminder, that game will not be on the radio. It will only be available on MoSportsZone.com. Streaming the game, we got 4K video, we got our audio over top. It's going to be a great time. JT, it's been fun having you out here. Do you have any final thoughts on what you saw tonight?
No, it was a great time. I'm glad to be back out helping you with a game or two, and so maybe we'll do this again sometime.
I think we should. Honestly, I'm probably going to put you to work real quick and see if you can go get me some starters or something like that.
Yeah, we got it. So if you're watching on MoSportsZone.com, we will have a little shutdown here while we switch out some equipment and switch to our other broadcast, which is based on KS95, but we'll get it back up here on MoSportsZone, and hopefully Ryan Retone will be here to help you with the game, and I'll go see if I can get you some starters.
Yeah, and a special thanks to Britt for running the camera for us, of course, and it's been great working with Jim back in the studio for the first time. Great guy. He's doing a fantastic job, and, of course, we're happy to have him here at Benny Media. But that's going to go ahead and put a wrap on this broadcast. Special thanks to everyone. We'll be back with more coverage of the Camdenton Lakers coming up Thursday at 7 in the semifinals of this 85th annual Tipton tournament. For JT, I'm Colton. This has been another presentation of Camdenton Laker basketball on Mix92.7. Good night.
High-tech auto body and towing and professional collision repair, servicing the Lake area and central Missouri for 28 years with 24-hour, 7-day-a-week repair. Accident